Brick, and today I'm going to show you this Lego MOC. So this isn't really a proper MOC, it's just a small build I made to show off some cool techniques I discovered. It's sort of like a Candyland, sort of like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of vibe. It's got like a chocolate river and some like bright green grass up front, and the back I imagine to be like cotton candy hills with some other cool candy plants popping out. So, going through this MOC, you've got the graham cracker ground, the icing grass, the weird bulby gummy things, the chocolate river with some bubbles, the cotton candy hills, the peppermint candy thing up there, and this little icing plant. I've actually been working on this MOC for a little while, so it's had a couple different variations, including these little plants with some berries or bubbles on them, this hood piece which looks almost like marshmallow icing, a couple helmets as berries, and even a monster coming out of the chocolate. I also had different variations of grass, including some with a bunch of 1x1 curved tiles, one with a small slope in it, and another one that's just flat, which is what I finally settled on. Something I think that levels up the chocolate river from just a bunch of tiles is the way that they're all in a line, so it looks like different panels on wood almost, but it looks like the water's flowing. And the bubbles with those 2x2 round tiles and the studs give it a lot of nice texture. Another technique I'm really happy with is the peppermint candy. I made this through a painstaking process where I stuck a bunch of cheese slopes together and wrapped them around a cylinder with a rubber band. It took lots of tries to get it right, but I'm really happy with the final result. Here's how to make the peppermint candy spiral. So to start, you're going to need 12 cheese slopes, 6 red, 6 white, and then you're going to need a few, or something to put in the inside, some kind of cylinder. So I have a couple of stacked studs and a 1x1 round tile. Then you're going to start shaping all the cheese slopes in a circle, and because that's super hard to do by hand, I'm using this cylinder piece, which actually works really well. You're going to stick the rubber band in there and use some other piece to stick it down towards the center, and then you can just dump it out and you have your peppermint candy. Now this one only uses one rubber band, and the one in my MOC uses 3. You only need 1 rubber band, although 3 is sturdier, but with these other 2 I can make a couple other candies. I actually entered these into a LEGO Ideas activity. Anyways, let's get back to the MOC. The peppermint candy just rests on a stick here and sits in place. Finally, one of my favorite techniques is the technique I used for the hill. This was really hard to do, but basically what it is a bunch of these little Mixel ball joint connectors stacked together, which actually makes a really cool wall pattern, but there's a whole bunch of the Technic pins with the ball on them, and they're all stuck in each of the holes with 0 to 3 studs on them, and on top of those studs are some 2x2 tiles. This gives a really cool fully covered hill texture that would look really cool in another color such as green in some other kind of MOC. So, hope you like this MOC and some of the behind the scenes look at some of the techniques and details I used. Thanks for watching. See ya!